All new tonight at 6, a new traffic pattern is confusing some drivers on Georgia 400 and Interstate 285.
Yeah, there has been constant construction here for the last several months, but this latest change by Glenwood is creating a potentially dangerous situation as drivers try to illegally exit. 11 Alive's Doug Richards is live just south of Sandy Springs.
Yeah, that's right. So 11 Alive, Doug, what is going on and what is GDOT doing about this?
Well, the issue you'll see is right behind me. There are 2 lanes, or actually 3 lanes of Georgia 400 heading southbound toward Buckhead, and they're coming from 2 different directions. The flash point is right in the middle where there is a gore where motorists are trying to transition from one to the other, sometimes coming to a cold stop before they do so. GDOT is reviewing all this to see if it needs to be changed. The drivers facing this new traffic engineering challenge are coming from Interstate 285 westbound. They use a newly built ramp to head south on Georgia 400 toward Buckhead. And then they merge with more southbound traffic, but then we saw some of them stopping, awkwardly halted in a gore separating the 2 southbound arteries as they try to move to their right, your left on the screen, in order to exit at Glenridge. We saw it over and over again. State Senator Josh McLaurin drives through the construction site regularly.
What I have found with GDOT is you've got this highly professionalized team of engineers and planners who generally are doing their best to try to divert traffic in the most efficient ways, but they're not going to nail every decision correctly every single time.
In this new configuration, there's no signage, not anything, to guide motorists from the gore to the exit. A GDOT spokeswoman tells us in the past, some drivers improperly maneuvered from the westbound ramp to Glenridge southbound. This was never a permitted movement, but during off-peak times, some drivers did it anyway. With the current layout, this maneuvering cannot be done unless a driver crosses solid lane lines against the intended traffic operation. McLaurin says what's intended has been a constant work in progress as GDOT conducts this largest ever interchange rebuild.
Oh, I got off at this exit one day, but now it turns out I have to go 200 feet further. And that constant confusion, I think, catches people off guard.
And as we're standing here, we can see there are 2 vehicles in the gore that we're talking about. They stopped cold, and now they're going southbound on 400, trying to get to the Glenwood Connector. The spokeswoman for the DOT, Natalie Dale, says that its engineers are eyeing the situation to see if they should do something to reconfigure it again to perhaps make drivers less tempted to get in that gore and try to make that awkward and potentially dangerous transition. Live in Sandy Springs, Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.
Yeah, Doug, I am an eyewitness. I was coming southbound on 400. I saw the same thing. Very dangerous. Hopefully they can figure that out. Thank you, sir.